I keep seeing all these posts on the internet, pop punk groups that I'm in and stuff like that, about this Machine Gun Kelly dude, so I'm gonna check out his album and let you know what I think. Alright, so track 11, My Ex-Best Friend, also has a music video. Let's check this out. This just popped in my head, but my guess is that dude grew up playing like guitar and singing and started doing rap stuff. He kind of like blew up. He wanted to do like more of a rock album. When Post Malone actually did that live Nirvana set with Travis Barker, I was like, holy crap, he's a good singer and he's good at guitar. So I bet you that he feels the same way about, you know, this album. That's kind of where he wanted to take it, because he like wanted to play guitar or something. Oh man, he was strumming the guitar there, but it's muted. It's like not a big deal because, you know, the guy that put the video together, he like had to put that shot in for whatever reason. It's one of those things that just like drives me crazy, I guess, as an artist. Ooh, dang, that car got some air. I never heard this Black Bear dude. It's pretty cool. Okay, this is why the car's getting drugged down the road. Oh my God. Standing on the bottom of a car like that and like surfing on it, that would scare the crap out of me. Kudos. Definitely not a pop punk track, but that might be my favorite non-pop punk track. All right, so the next song is Jawbreaker, track 12. That was cool. He was like talking at the beginning. He was like, this next song is called, and then it kicked into the song, and the first lyric was Jawbreaker, and that's the name of the song. That's pretty cool. That was really creative. I like that. I like that guitar tone. This chorus reminds me more of like the neo or neon pop punk. Can't even think of any bands. I don't even consider it punk at all, like that genre. That's just like what the name is. That's what this reminds me of. You know, I kind of like that. I don't usually pay attention to lyrics, but sometimes there's just lyrics that stick out to me that I like. Jawbreaker, she tastes like candy. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, I honestly, if I wasn't doing this video, I probably would have skipped that track, but I think just because the genre it kind of fell into, it's not really something I would normally listen to. Again, if it was something like that was when I'm just listening to music passively, you know, I don't think I'd really mind it. All right, so track 13, we're really cruising along here. Nothing Inside. What does that intro remind me of? It's a Zebra Head song. The one, I think it was after they got a new singer. Hell Yeah. That's what the song's called. It's actually called Hell Yeah. Things No One Asked For 500, please. The chorus is 1-5-6-4, which is the most common chord progression, I think, like ever. Which I don't have any problem with that. I mean, there's only 12 notes you can really play. I'm a lot more lenient than most people about like what chord progression you're playing. Things No One Asked For 500, please. Cicada hi-hat again. That was really cool. I don't think that's not anything I haven't heard before. That little break in the song, it was just like the room mics or something. It makes it sound like the drums are far away. The deep sub bass again. Okay, pretty cool track. Again, I don't think it's really pop punk. I'm not really sure why people are getting so upset about this new album isn't pop punk. So far, I mean, I'm 13 tracks in. I think I've heard 3 songs that fell into some sort of punk genre or subgenre. I mean, I wouldn't personally say that this album is pop punk. So far, I think it's a pretty decent album, but I don't know. All right, track 14. It's another interlude. I get really drunk, so I don't know if you remember it. Of course I do. That's really cool. So I told you how I thought about interludes before in like skits on like they brought in like an acoustic guitar playing this like emotional kind of chord progression. I think that's pretty cool. The way it's going with what they're talking about. Okay, I was hoping they were going to bring a full band in. I liked that interlude. That interlude was pretty cool. It was very, hits you in the chest a little bit. It was really creative. It was like a scene from a movie. For me, I see an album as a movie. Every song is like the beginning and the climax and the opposite of a climax. Things No One Asked For 5. I don't think that this album is really doing that so much, but that I like that interlude a lot. Very well done. Very well done. All right, track 15, play this when I'm gone. I'll try and remember that. It sounds like he's playing it like on a nylon string guitar or like maybe a ukulele or something. He starts off a lot of the songs with like an acoustic sort of guitar instrument. That little melody there, that little vocal line he did, it was like down to down to down down. It was very hip hoppy. He like mentioned his anxiety and stuff like that. You know, you always got to give kudos when you put yourself out there about your anxiety and stuff. I think I hear banjo. Yeah, I mean this track, I wouldn't say it's pop punk either, but four chord wonder. I like the way they faded out that song. It was really cool. All right, track 16, Body Bag. Is this a cover? Pretty pop punky intro. At first thought, this song reminds me of Dance Dance by Fall Out Boy. Okay, this track leans towards the pop punk side of things rather than the pop side, which I think is what he's mostly, the side he's mostly been on. I like how they took it down and now they're building it up. Nothing like earth shattering, but I like how they did that. It was really cool. Okay, not my favorite track, not pop punk. Kind of, I don't know. Anyways, next track, track 17, Hangover Cure. Might need to reference this later. I was waiting for the chorus, and the chorus hit. It was kind of where I was thinking it was going to go or hoping it was going to go. This is another one of those tracks that I think, like a pop punk band that you like when they have one of those slower or mid-tempo songs, the beginning of the song reminded me of a track that would be like that. Okay, he played a chord progression there that I didn't think he was going to go with. I was expecting something else, but that caught me off guard in a good way. Definitely very cool. You know, at the very beginning, like that title track, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm excited to hear the rest of this. And then there was like some more poppy songs, and then it would be like a pop punky song, and be like some more pop stuff. As the album progresses, it's definitely not an album I would just, you know, listen to all the way through and not skip anything. But as the album goes on, it's just, I'm kind of starting to not be as interested in the tunes. All right, so track 18, Split a Pill. One thing I will say, I feel like a lot of like just straight pop albums, like, or just, you know, bands and artists that lean way more towards the pop side of things, they don't do stuff like that, like the talking in the intros and stuff like that. I think that's more of like a punk rock thing to do. Okay, again, lyrics are not something I usually pay attention to, but he said it was something like, I'm not sorry for saying fuck you. I can vibe with that. They have a little like pop punk lead in there, like a little blink. The song is kind of given a pop punky vibe, especially like with that guitar lead in there, that like blinky guitar read. But I don't know, if this was the first track I heard, I wouldn't really say pop punk. I would say it's like dabbling on the edge of pop punk. The only thing about that guitar lead though, it's such an overused, it's like staying in the pop punk lane instead of like branching out a little bit, you know? Damn. I'm okay with being hated. That is, it seems so simple, but yet it's like easy to vibe with, you know? I feel that. I would say that this chorus is pretty pop punky. I don't hate it. The timbre of his voice makes you think that he can't really like belt out a melody or something like you would in pop punk, like those anthem-y kind of things, like where you just get high up there. His voice kind of suggests that he can't do that, but he does it within his range, you know.
It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, definitely one of the more like pop punk songs on the album. But track 19, Can't Look Back. Let's check this out. Some days I'm a kamikaze. That's I can feel that. Oh, that was awesome. The way they came from that chorus or out of that chorus into that second verse, that was really cool. You know what? They put like a gun sound in there, and then they do like the like chuk chuk on a guitar, like it's gonna kick in, and then they didn't. They did that in the first pre-chorus. This second one, I didn't hear it the first time, but it sounded like they put like a gun cocking in there. I thought it was the neck when the guitars came back in, it was gonna have like a gunshot sound. I wonder if they're gonna do that going into the chorus. I kind of like this song. It's not pop punk, but it's dark, and it's I don't know. The lyrics are cool. They didn't do the gunshot. Man, that like part on the guitar, it was in the outro, and it was like the part that they started out with in the intro. It's man, it reminds me of something. I want to say it's like a Limp Bizkit song or something, but cool part, cool guitar tone. I like that song. Yeah, it's neat. Okay, track 20 is Misery. Ugh. Burps or misery. Track 20, Misery Business. Travis Barker. Okay. I wonder if this is a like Paramore cover. It is. I'm gonna be curious to see how he sings this, how he sounds singing it. I gotta say, if you were Paramore and then you heard a cover of your song, if you were any band or any artist and you heard someone cover your song, would be like, wow, someone felt the need to cover my song. That would make me feel really good. If someone covered your song and like if you were a drummer in that band and Travis Barker was playing your drums, I'd be like, holy crap. I mean, of course, I'd probably be like, well, he did it way better because he's Travis and I suck at drums personally, but man, that would be quite the honor. So far, his vocals work for the song, but man, I mean, Haley just, she freaking blows it away when she, you know, I like want to hear her voice, but I don't hate this. Curious to hear this. I was really curious of how that chorus would feel when he kicked into it. His voice, he's singing it, I think, an octave lower than Haley does because her range is much higher. So it's good that he stayed in his own range and didn't rely on like auto-tune or something like that. But man, it just doesn't hit as hard as when Haley sings it, when Paramore plays it. You know what? I think I've seen this cover before. They must have released it or something before this album. He doesn't do as much vocal work as Haley. I don't know why he wouldn't do some of those harmonies and stuff like that. It's like what makes the song. He said, there's a million other girls just like you. What are the original lyrics? Oh, she does say girls. Okay. Sometimes what I was going to say was sometimes like when people do a cover and it's like a female singer and she's talking about a guy and then a guy does a cover, he'll change that guy to girls. I don't know why that, it doesn't really like bother me, but it's one of those things like I never change those lyrics. Like I've done covers like that and I'll still say like guy or whatever. And then people have even said to me like, well, like why wouldn't you change it to girl if you're not into guys? That's the song. Like that's how it goes. You're doing a cover of it. You know, it shouldn't really matter. Not that those people were saying like, you're not gay and you shouldn't be gay. It was just like the way I always took it when people told me it was just like, you're into girls, so you should change guy to girl. But I just don't think so. But he didn't do that, so it doesn't even matter. I just like to keep the song as much to the original as possible, covering it as my own. But, you know, lyrics is definitely something I don't change unless I'm doing like some sort of like parody thing. But man, that chorus just doesn't hit as hard. Feels so good. I think Haley usually does those harmonies in there like that, and I'm just missing them, man. The thing, I mean, he is making it his own. Like he doesn't do much vocal work, which is like totally fine. He probably could have done more vocal work, but it's just not his thing. So I gotta at least respect it for that. You know what I mean? Because even though he's not doing as much vocal work, that's like his thing. Even that down chorus, it was just the drums and the vocals. It just doesn't. I'm sorry if anyone who worked on this album or that track is seeing this. It just it's good. It just doesn't hit as hard as I want it to. I think of all the tracks on this album, probably my least favorite track, the Misery Business cover. Sorry, man. Okay, last track, track 21, Bloody Valentine acoustic, Travis Barker. I'm confused why he's labeling that Travis Barker, which I noticed too, all of his tracks are in lowercase letters except for World War III and then Misery Business. They have the capital letter of the first, you know, in the beginning of the word, the first letter of the beginning. He only capitalized, or whoever was in charge of it, they didn't capitalize any of the letters in any of the track titles. He did in Misery Business and World War III. If he recorded this to a click track, which is something that a lot of artists do, it's just to kind of keep the time relatively in check, just to give it that more polished professional sound. If he did record to a click track, it was very, very loose. There's nothing wrong with that, just something I noticed. I'm usually not a fan of acoustic songs. It's cool to hear songs that you already know as an acoustic track. It kind of forces you to listen to the lyrics a little bit more. If it's a good song, when you play it acoustic and it still sounds good, it's usually, at least to me, it's usually a sign that it's a good song. Okay, there's some other instruments coming in. I wonder if Travis Barker's gonna come in on a Cajun or something. Okay, there's a kit now, a drum kit. Oh, he's saying no, no, no. I thought in the original song he was saying nah, nah, nah. Wait, I gotta go back and listen to this now. I swear he was saying nah, nah. Nah, nah. I can't tell. It sounds like he's saying nah, 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 nah. It sounds like he's saying nah, nah. In the original, the acoustic, it sounds like he's saying no, no. If he did say na na in the original, he should have said no, no, no. That's way cooler. That's a pretty cool acoustic track. So that was Machine Guns. That was not Machine Guns. That was Machine Gun Kelly's album, Tickets to My Downfall. As far as a Moose score, I would probably say 6 out of 10. I wouldn't listen to it without skipping any tracks, but they definitely put a lot of hard work into it. It does sound good. Definitely would not call it a pop punk album. I think there's songs on there that are like heavily influenced by pop punk, but I wouldn't say it's a pop punk album. Not bad, but definitely not a pop punk album. I suggest that you check it out yourself. If you haven't already, let me know what you think down in the comments. That's what's so cool about the whole YouTube and Facebook thing. I can post videos and you guys can comment and let me know your thoughts on it, and then maybe we can like make another video out of it and just talk about it some more. If you did enjoy this video, I do videos like this and even punk style covers under the alias Punk Cover Moose. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you like my page. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to me. And yeah, that's all I got. So see ya.